We're in.
Yeah, we're in.
Oh.
Hello, everybody. Whichever camera I'm focusing. Oh, there we go. Hi, everyone. No, I'm here. Don't you worry. Okay, cool. Well, you know what? I'm going to let you introduce yourself. But first of all, just letting everybody know, I've got 2 shows going on right now. This is officially the Juan on One show, or the Juan on One podcast. However, we're going to see how this plays out. It's just one-to-one intimate conversations with people who have basically inspired me and interesting people I've met throughout my life. And today, we got the one and only Champ.
Thanks for having me, Juan. My name's Champ. Everyone knows me as Champs Barbers.
Champs Barbers.
We're based in Oxford Street, behind Nike Town, just off of Great Portland Street. And I've been down there for 10 years now, 10 plus, nearly 11 years now. And it's been a heck of a ride, heck of a roller coaster. Been full of all kinds of emotions, been full of all kinds of like good stuff and ups and downs and curves and all that, curveballs, how they say. But you know what? Everything's written from God, so that's what He sent me. And He sent me to be, a barber, a dad, a son, a brother, a boss, and it's been tough.
You've been surviving.
Fun,
and
bro. There's beauty in the struggle too, bro. Like sometimes, as when life gets tougher and that, you've got to get tougher in it. So you got to find solutions. You got to find things to do. And it's just the way it goes, bro,
That's true. Now, for you, like for me, for example, you basically have this barbershop that means a lot to me in regards of how when I started off, I was filming some of the barbers, even to a point where one of the barbers hired me privately to film his stuff when he grew and became his own like freelance barber as well. I remember the shoot that I did with you guys in Nighttown. It was quite a while back. We had, what is it? I remember using the song Insane in the Membrane. I think you might have been there. Yep, you was there. And it was a really cool thing because I felt empowered a little bit, I guess, just to see kind of Latinos in Nighttown on the second floor, especially there in Oxford Circus, just doing haircuts. It was crazy.
When I got the shop in the West End, I was working up like Camden Town area. And when I left there, everyone said I was crazy because I was going to the West End. What do you mean you're going to have a barbershop in the West End? Back then, it's only hairdressers and stuff, And like I said, everyone called me crazy. And I just went for it. Even my wife said to me that you never have a shop in the West End, and I got it. I surprised even her. And I remember like walking past every day at the beginning of the barbershop, when you open up, it's very hard. Like I was in there on my own, and I started it with my wife, and it was just me on my own cutting hair. And I had a very big clientele list of like cool people, just people that just followed me from wherever I'd cut from before, because I'd cut not just in Camden, I'd cut in South London and everywhere. And it was time for me to open up my shop. And I used to walk past Nike Town every day. Obviously, I live in Brixton, and so I'd get off at Oxford Street Station, walk past, look at Nike Town, and think, I'm just opening up my business, so I can't even afford a pair of 110s right now. But soon come, soon come. Let me get this business rolling. I'll be back. And then my thoughts turned into like, I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna cut everybody in there. Right? And then my thoughts turned into like, one day I'm going to cut hair in there.
How did it just manifested?
Just manifesting what I wanted. I just realized that I've always been a Nike boy. From when I was little, my grandma used to put me in Nike. And I guess my attraction and affiliation to it all comes from then. And like I said, walking past it every day, God put that seed in me saying like, look, one day you're going to cut in there. but you're gonna have to work it. And so I did. I went in there with my business card, you know, and started off with like buying the little socks and then buying the little trainers. I couldn't afford it, and then like, buying my tracksuits, and then like, literally like just like I said, I'm always wearing like, you know, the Nike stuff and that. And yeah, it went like that, passing out my card. Yo, I got a barbershop around the corner. What you mean you do fades? Like, yeah, bro. Like, what you mean you cut afro? Like, yeah, man. Like, around the corner from here. And it just built it. And it took a long time, bro. It took a long time to get through everybody.
Yeah.
Passing out those cards and then getting to the managers. And then inviting managers to come to the shop so they would see, you know, so come and check it out. And then just being nice with managers, cutting hair. And then just like that final, like, yo, how about one day, man, me doing a pop-up in there, man? And yeah. Great relationship with the people at Nike. Cool people. Cool community people, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it's a community thing in there. A lot of winners. You've got like track stars, you've got fighters in there. Everyone's like, you know, doing like a young athlete.
Yeah.
They take on a lot of young athletes. So you got a lot of, you know, hard workers in there.
I wanted to ask you as well, actually, because like, I'm assuming, because I know now that you do boxing and you train boxers as well. But before, because I want to know where the influence comes from. I assumed that you were a fighter before.
So I've boxed since I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I also played good football, good level football. So I was always, you know, when you're a kid, like, I always loved like boxing. You know, the Rocky films. My uncle actually put my first gloves on and taught me how to throw the punches. And my dad, you know, showed me how to train hard. My dad boxed. Also a cycling champion. So I saw trophies and stuff, so I was inspired. Dad took me to see Madame Tussauds, and I saw Muhammad Ali just sitting there like that, and I just thought, wow. I fell in love with that, you know, with boxing. Fell in love with Muhammad Ali as my hero. And then at home, dad like, best fights, who's the fighters? And so I learned about the four kings, you know, Roberto Duran, Marvin Hagler, Thomas Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard. And it just grew from there. But obviously, like I said, because I always trained hard, I always got picked in whatever sport I did and represented my school. So I always got picked for scoring goals. In football, I was very fast, athlete too, 100 meters and stuff. And then the boxing always kind of like took a back burner, but always went to the amateur club. Mum didn't want me fighting, obviously. Good-looking boy, man, straight nose and shit, you know what I mean? So, and no, puppy, your nose, and no, I know you, my baby. And I used to like sneak out just to go
like, fight.
Yeah, they were doing inter clubs. You know, like one club from South would come to like, because I grew up on the World's End in Chelsea on the King's Road. And yeah, we would fight against other clubs from West London and whatever. And I used to sneak out and come back with scratches and little bumps on my head and that. Like, you sneaked down. My mum would give me a worse beating than anybody. My mum would break my snooker cues over my head because I wouldn't do as I was told. You know, I'd sneak out of the house. But yeah, and then you know, had a few fights for the club, and then obviously got picked to play football. For a youth academy at Fulham and then a youth academy at QPR. So, but always boxed along the side because it always kept me very fit in football. No one had a clue, but they kind of like knew whenever someone kicked me, I'd turn around and always bang, and it sent off. And they were like, "Why'd you always do that?" I was like,
no, it's
can't tell
instinct.
I'm a boxer or like that, you know. But then yeah, like over the years. Started training people, you know, helping other people out. I started also helping footballers along that were being released by clubs to get by, maybe because of their lack of fitness or whatever. I'd help them with boxing because I knew that's what kept me going. So I'd help them out, and then everyone started noticing, you know, hey champ, you're a good little boxing trainer, bro. Like, what's up with that? And then the pandemic hit us, and it kind of like. That shift, and I'm sure you saw it in a lot of people, you know, a lot of exercise going on.
People were going
I heard the
running.
corona was killing out fat boys and that, and I was kind of round at the time and that, and I went, you know what, like, let's get this going. So I started training again, and funnily enough, like, you know, my son had always trained from when he was about 8 years old. Always taught him how to fight, always taught him how to box, just in case he would need it. Not pushing him to be anyone, not pushing him to anyone, but I always just boxed with him, trained him, pad work and stuff, made sure that he was like a little soldier. You know, like my son, 50 push-ups before you go in the shower every time you have a shower. You know, like, but the kid doesn't, that's why his chest is like that and he looks like that, you know. So I pushed that discipline on him. And then with the pandemic hit us, you know what, nothing doing at home. Get the pads out, let's go to the park, take the dogs with us. And then, started doing the pad work and stuff with my son. And obviously, since he was 8, so he looks good. We look good on the pads, right? So everyone started messaging me, yo, Champ, what's going on? Yo, Champ, what's going on? So then I started, like, training Big Zoo. And then that led on to other people. And, nowadays, also a boxing coach, work with pros, work with national champions in Colombia, work with national champions over here. And we've got a little boxing gym underneath our barbershop.
What? There's a boxing gym underneath the barbershop now?
Yeah. I did not know this. When the pandemic hit us, so
what?
After this pandemic, like no one would have paid no tax, everyone got used to going around to people's houses and cutting hair illegally and that. And so they got used to like cash in hand. Yeah. And so no one would have come back to work. So I went from having a 2-floor shop with 10 barbers. I went down to 5 barbers because people that didn't want to come back, like, oh no, I'm not paying tax, I'm not paying VAT no more. Like, fuck that. The country's just like done us as it is, and I've got to carry on paying tax. So like people did not come back. You know, I got half the team. So I was like, you know what am I gonna do? And I went to Colombia. Yeah. And I opened up my gym out there. You know, because I
What do you call the gym?
Champs.
Same as that.
Champs, yeah. Champs.box. Check it out on Instagram.
Box.
I went out there. Didn't open up the gym straight away. I just went out there and for the pandemic, you know, because remember Colombians and whoever had a passport that could get out, you know, we had a chance to. They had a window where they said if you're an immigrant, get out. And in the Russia World Cup, I was Davinson Sanchez's barber, and I got to go to Russia with the Colombia squad, and they luckily enough they'd got me a Colombian passport.
Really?
And when they fast tracked me a Colombian passport at the embassy over here, when I went to do it, the guy was kind of like surprised because he was like, "How did you get past all these people in the queue? Who are you? You must have some friends or something." And I was like, "Funny enough, I cut hair for Davinson Sanchez, or someone up there must have said like, yo, get this guy through." Yeah. And so they said to me, the woman was a lovely woman, and she was such a beautiful woman. Turned around and said to me, "Well, have you got kids? And have you got kids?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've got 4." She was like, "Do you want them to have a passport?" And I went, "Yeah, why not?" And so she was like, "Well, it feels like a waste if I just give you a passport when you could just bring me all your kids." And I got them passports. And then when the pandemic hit, I managed to get on the plane with all of my kids and get away. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, so I flew out because UK had me down. Yeah. It was so that, I mean, we got shut down in the barbershop 3 times. I wasn't making no money. I was just thinking, wow, like what's going on? So we left, we went out there. Life is obviously cheaper out there. Yeah. So I've just seen our community, our elders, since I was a kid, come to this country, work their ass off with the dream of going back. Yeah. Right? Yeah,
same.
Property or whatever and that. So I was thinking like, you know what?
Time to do the same
I'm going to do what they all say they're going to do, but they never fucking do it.
That's true.
So I just fucked off. Yeah. And we went, and after spending too much time in a family's business, which is a garage, a body shop, working, I was like even helping out, fucking sanding cars down or whatever, just to keep my mind occupied and that. Decided like, let me just go and find a boxing gym. Yeah. Went and found a boxing gym, which was like the kind of like the national sports center of like, you know. And I found the 2-time world champion from Colombia, Babies Mendoza. And I just went down there and I just like, "Lo, I want to work with you. I want to help you. I want to whatever. You know, let me just do pad work for the kids or whatever. And I just want to learn from you. Yeah. You know, like, I know who you are. You know, and I would like to learn from you." I bowed my head down, humble, and I would like to be your apprentice. And he was like, "Yeah, cool." And while I was there, I took on 2 fighters, that were just starting up as a pro, ready to go pro, and I took them to 7-0. Yeah, they won each one of them 7 fights in a row. I drove them to Cali, to Cartagena, to Barranquilla, all over Colombia, and I learned and I immersed myself in the Colombian boxing scene, and I got to learn it a lot, and I got to like get involved in all the contacts that there is in the Colombian boxing scene, and so I realized that when I got back, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to work just these fighters. I pushed them on to some promoters that took them on, and then I decided let me just open up my gym and have a gym and house my fighters there, and that's what I did.
Damn.
Yeah, so now we have a gym in Bello, in Medellin, and training out champions. One of my young champions right now, he's fighting for Departamentales title, and he's already in the final, thank God.
Oh wow.
And unfortunately, I'm not there because I'm over here training people too. So
yeah, you're training people outside the barbers as well.
Yeah, I train people outside the barbers, and obviously in the ring downstairs. We have a little ring downstairs with all bags.
I need to check it out.
Yeah,
man. I haven't been
it.
in a while.
Love it. I haven't, because it's I work with my pros and it's very one-to-one like this, so I haven't really advertised it as much.
Yeah.
But we need to make some videos, and we need to do
100%.
some content to get that out, because I'm doing good stuff in there, man.
You kept that under wraps, man. I did not know this.
I was actually trying to keep it under wraps a little bit, because I work with, thank God, I work with some very special fighters. I work with the 3 sons of a boxing legend, Prince Nassim.
Yeah.
And I can't have like arseholes around them and stuff like that, trying to like take their head off because they know whose son they are. So I keep it intimate. I keep the teams around me and the people I invite down to spar against them more private. And I mean, I try to be. I understand how important it is, the digital world and the cameras and the Instagram and TikTok and all that. But I'm a bit old to be dancing in front of it. And although I still got the moves.
Yeah, no, you definitely do.
But just like what I did with my barbering career, I've got myself into Nike. I've got myself into Vogue magazine. I've got myself into some really cool places, and I've heard the same phrases over the years, where like, yo, this is the best barber in London.
Oh yeah.
He keeps it low key. That's why we love him. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And that's what I've tried to do with the boxing also. I've tried to just fly low,
keep it chilled,
fly low, not be on the gram like da 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 da, and like come and train with me and no, I just, like I said first, I believe that everything is written from God, and they come when they come, and I've been blessed to work with all kinds of levels. I mean, I've got guys that like that the doctors have sent to me because they're on antidepressants and stuff, and I've helped them come off them.
Right, yeah.
Boxing. Like I said, I've got special fighters that come and see us. And working really hard with my son.
Yeah.
Working really hard with my son because I want him to, the idea is to take him to Colombia and fight him pro out in Colombia, make him Colombian champion, and then
that was I was
bring him back
ask.
to the UK, and then see if we can take over the UK and all.
Oh.
I've got a little Canelo sitting at home and that, so might as well take advantage,
He's growing up really quick as well. I've seen him, and he's very fast.
Very fast.
I've seen him on the pads.
Strong, he's very, very good.
How old is he now?
He's 23.
He's 23.
Yeah, he's got a lot of talent.
What's his weight?
75 kilos.
75, so that makes
him a middleweight.
And he is a little Canelo.
Yeah, he is a little Canelo. He's very strong, very very clever for fighting. He's actually a rocket scientist, man. He did. I'm very proud of him. He did aerospace engineering.
Wow.
At uni, and I always said to him, son, like, keep your head in the books and your body in the gym. Everything else will fall in place. Look after your mama. Make sure you pray. Like, everything will come through. Everything will work out. you know, youngsters is hard, you know, like, I remember, like, you know, you try to do uni, you have these dreams, you have these goals.
You have expectations as well.
Expectations a lot.
Yeah.
And when it doesn't happen or when it doesn't come through, it doesn't fruit, depressions and all kinds of shit that hit us and think like, whoa, you know? But if you stay on it makes it a little bit easier.
It's tunnel vision.
Yeah. It's tunnel vision. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You know? You're a runner, right?
Yeah, you know I'm a runner.
So, you know, remember that. Remember that. It's a lot like that, you know? Like, what happens when you take off on a sprint? You run out of gas real quick.
You got to pace yourself.
But when you're a marathon runner, you got to pace. And that's how life is, bro. You know?
No, but I got to know a whole lot more stuff than I needed to know. I was literally going to ask about your son. I was literally going to ask about, have you ever thought of like who you would see as a champion already that you're training in your ranks right now?
Yeah, my son.
Your son.
My son, and obviously Adam Hamid and Sami Hamid and Sol Hamid.
All of them.
Yeah, world champions.
You feel there's a lot of pressure, obviously, the predecessor? Or is it just more like, yeah, let's just live up to...
Remember I said that everything's written from God.
That's true. Ooh, full of wisdom.
You know, if you know that and you live by that, and you should never doubt him. You should never fear, you know, never let fear come into you and stay as positive as you can. You know, because if you know that it's written, you know, if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, then you know you got to get through it. Because that's what he sent you.
That's true. Wait, I need to ask now. It's like, are you like first generation? Like,
I was born here.
You were born here?
Yeah, I was born here. I was born here in 1979. My parents came in the 70s. My dad came first. 73, I think it was.
73.
73. Left my mum at home for 2 years and then like worked their ass off and then got her over here. 75. I was born in 79.
Whereabouts were you born in? What hospital?
St. Thomas.
St. Thomas?
Yeah.
No way.
St. Thomas. Fun fact.
Go on.
It's fucking born in Grenfell.
Really?
Bro, born in Grenfell, bro. Like, you know, rest in peace to all the people that went and that, because I know people that went. But like, I remember being on a cruise ship, working a pop-up, cutting hair on a cruise ship. And when I saw the news and I just went, fuck. You know, like, that's where I was born. If my mum wouldn't have got us out of there, that would have been my mum in there, bro. You know? And like, it hurts a lot because I see my people, there's a lot of community in there, a lot of my brothers and a lot of people. And so we were there when I was born, and we moved to World's End.
Yeah.
We moved to the World's End. And yeah, man, like, grew up on the King's Road. Cockney King's
Fitting
Road.
name.
Yeah, it was cool. It was lovely. And then I moved to Brixton, which I truly believe made me a man.
In the Brixton. How long ago were you in Brixton for?
Nah, I've lived in Brixton for over 20 years, bro. Like,
okay.
Lived in Brixton for a long, long time. But like I said, like I, as a kid, I grew up on the King's Road, and got to travel. Left home when I was 17.
Right.
Played football in America. I told you I played
you played decent football. I didn't know you were taking it through like going to other countries just to play.
Like I played like, you know how you do. You played level and that, and then like you get let go at certain places and stuff. And I played semi-pro stuff, and then once I was playing semi-pro with big men, I was like, yeah, because it's very serious. Once you got big men that are paying their mortgage with their Saturday football, kind of like. You can't stop off and do little tricks and that, because
you gotta take it serious,
you know. And they'll turn around and fucking doing, pass me the ball, you little cunt, and whoa, you know. So I was like, no, I don't like this.
You just want to
have fun.
You wanted to enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm 17, 18. I still want to have fun, so I flew to New York.
Whoa.
And played ball out there.
Were you barbering as well at this time?
I used to cut hair in the school that I played for, just to get by. I used to do fucking removals. I used to do trips with like my best friend's uncle was a trucker, and he had a trucking company, and his sons were all with trucks, and they'd go from state to state. Sometimes they'd need someone just to make sure they don't fall asleep and talk to them, or like, yeah, jump in, I'll give you $100 if you come with me for the, like, I'm like, yeah, come on then, bro, I'm broke, like, you know what I mean? and I would cut hair for $5 or $8 or whatever, whoever needed a haircut and stuff, and it's.
You really have been around the world.
There's beauty in the struggle, bro. Yeah.
Jesus.
And then I have been around the world, thank God, bro, like through cutting hair. God took me to Russia, took me to America numerous times, took me to South America numerous times, all over Europe.
Who would you say was the most interesting person you've ever encountered cutting hair?
Most interesting person?
Or the one that's probably left you with a lot of thoughts and wisdom. Because I know you're already full of wisdom yourself.
Definitely Prince Nassim.
Prince Nassim.
Prince Nassim's my brother, and he's probably one of the most influential people in my life.
How did that even fruition? Obviously, you were already boxing and cutting hair.
Bro, that is crazy.
How did that actually?
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that story because I love telling the story. It's hilarious. Round the corner from the barber shop, there's an Italian place.
Yeah.
I go in there, get my coffee, get my sandwich or whatever. There's a young kid one day, I turn up, he's there and he's sweeping up. Humble, just sweeping up in the thing. And he's helping out. You want a coffee, champ? And I'm like, who's the new guy? Oh yeah, like that's Adam. So I was like, all right, cool. And he would give me coffees, like he'd give them to me. Like I was used to paying for him, but he'd give them to me. And I'd be like, why you give me coffee? He'd be like, nah, bro, like have it. Like the owner told me it's cool for me to give coffee to like the cool locals or whatever. You wanted them, right?
Yeah.
And I went, oh, thank you, Bobby. Like, so after about a few of those coffees, I'm feeling bad now. So I'm like, yo, young man, like,
Let me pay for it.
Nah, like, because he wouldn't take it. So he was like, yo, I said, come and get a haircut from me. I'll cut your hair. And so you come and got a haircut. And I realized, like, yo, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to practice my fades on this guy, and I'm going to change his fade every time. Yeah? He's a looker, so, like, I went, yeah, and I take photos for the Instagram or whatever, like, model it up. And I'm cutting his hair for months, bro. And we're always talking boxing, because obviously you walk in, there's boxing everywhere. So, the gloves, the posters, everything's on the walls. So we've got loads to talk about, but obviously he's always talking about boxing. So I kind of should have, yeah? But for months... Then one day he just standing, we got really close and whatever, and he's standing in the middle of the shop and he's looking at all the memorabilia. And he goes, you know what? My old man would really love this place. And it was the way he said it. I went, why did you say it like that? Who's your old man? And he went, and I went, who's your old man? No, that's wrong. Why are you doing that? Who's your dad? And he went, my dad's Prince Nassim. I went, what? So I cussed him out. I said to him, like, bro, like, why isn't there a photo of him here? You know, walk on, like, And he was like, nah. And this is where, I learned so much from the beginning. He's like, my dad has never, he's always told us to never use the name. And it's also down to like what I said about the gym also, where people, you don't want arseholes trying to take advantage or people hear that. What anything could happen to them on road,
It's true.
So I was like, I get it. And then from there, like, I started to open up gym doors for him. I started to open up gym doors. Obviously, I'm known in the community and stuff, so I'd call up and go ahead and say, listen, I'm coming through with the Prince, and I need no arseholes in house, and I just want this, and I need to work. He needs to train like this, and we need to do this, and I started working. And same again like I did with my son. It's the same thing, like just went around and helped him train, and thank God, bro, like built the relationship like that. And then, like, obviously, he told his dad about, like, yo, Barber is cool, and he's like this, champ, and blah, blah, blah. And he came down on his birthday, bro.
Oh, wow,
on his birthday, he came to see me for a haircut. And it was, like, the most surreal experience. It's the most craziest feeling to, like, have one of your heroes turn up looking for you. And yeah, like, it was amazing just to, like, cut his hair.
That's a beautiful story.
And then have him help me to open up my barbershop. Have him help me out in business and like advising me, and and it's been an amazing relationship. He brought me closer to God. When I needed it, we all get lost, especially when we're younger. And yeah, he's the most interesting. But no, there's Edward Edinfor at Vogue magazine has been so influential also in my career. He's helped me out, advised me. Amazing person, teacher I call him, because he's practically a teacher to many people. And yeah, I mean, I love my clients, it doesn't matter who you are or what you are. I mean, these names are big names, they're cool names. I mean, I've cut Michael Jackson's brother, bro. I had Michael Jackson's brother turn up at the door of the shop asking for Champ. He's married to a Colombian woman, right?
I didn't know that.
There you go. So, yeah, I mean, I've got to cut, like I say, footballers and heroes. As a kid, I grew up on hip hop.
Yeah.
Bro, like having EPMD in your chair, Pete Rock. I mean, like real hip hop. I mean, I've had, thank God, I've had like people like Travis Scott and people, But I don't know if you saw that last year I was with Snoop.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, and I've just been blessed. I love, one of the things that always makes me pinch myself is I'm driving the car around and like, let's just say whatever music comes on and I'm like, I've cut that guy. And then Justin Timberlake will come on and I'm like, I've cut that guy. And then, and then I'm like, right, and I'm driving and then the next one will come on and like, oh shit, I've cut that one too. And I'm like, fucking oh God, you're great, bro. Like, you're amazing, man. Thank you so much. And yeah, man, God is great, bro.
Man, we haven't had a conversation in a while, and it's good to see you've definitely become a more, how do I say, you've been more in touch with God, man.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing it now. I've been seeing it more now. And as someone who's kind of on his own journey, trying to find that as well, because I personally am in that process as well, what would you advise, just from one man coming from another?
I would say, look, man, like, your faith, there ain't no measuring, bro. Like, it's you. Your relationship with God, that's you. Doesn't matter what anyone says or what anyone thinks. It's you. So just make sure you have a relationship with God. Because sometimes it's flaky, but sometimes it's strong. One thing that I try not to do is negotiate with my prayers. So
negotiate with your prayers.
Yeah. So
elaborate on that a second.
Well,
that feels like,
don't negotiate with your prayers. Like like sometimes you might have had a you might have had a long day and you think don't forget to pray.
Right.
Don't forget to say thank you. I pray 5 times a day.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm devoted to God. And you know what, bro? Like I say, like if I miss one because I've been busy or the other day I was in Paris judging a barber battle, and I missed my prayers and I felt horrible. Because I was blessed to be in Paris and blessed to be judging and that, and I felt cool in that. But the minute I remember, like, my prayers, I was like, So don't negotiate your prayers. Don't negotiate with God.
I hear that.
There ain't no one greater than him, and no one. He put you here, so don't negotiate with him.
That's true. Damn. You're changing my perspective a lot right now. I definitely need to come to the barbershop. It's been a while since I've been there. It's been a while, but it's true.
Come through the cameras. Let's set them up. Let's do a training session.
Oh yeah, training session.
Yeah,
do you train?
Let's do a haircut and a training session. So like you catch the flavour of what's going on at the shop, and then we'll go from there.
You guys still close on Sundays?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a religious reason or more of a just because of Sunday?
We work really hard. We work really hard, and I just like to leave one day for at least.
I see that.
Yeah, at least one day to spend with the family, because I'll leave my house at 7 in the morning.
That's true.
get out.
And you like to walk there.
And I walked there.
I know, yeah. We walked one time. I was like, wow. I remember there was a time after that we left the barber shop and we were like, yeah, let's just walk. And I was like, really? You want to walk all the way? And we did.
Yeah.
And I was shocked. I was like, you know what? It wasn't that bad.
It weren't that bad. No. You learnt a lot.
Yeah.
Right? We talk a lot, right? Jeff, me and Jeff, we walk everywhere, bro. And he sends me a text, what champ? Walk and talk? Because when we walk, I will throw out ideas and stuff like that, and he'll be on the phone and he'll be like, bah, 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 and he'll send me it on a WhatsApp so we don't forget, you know. And we've been doing that for years, man.
Yeah.
And I like to walk and talk with everybody. You know.
Did you go to Legion as well?
No, I went to St. Thomas More.
Oh, you went for the opposite one.
I went to Tommy Moore, yeah.
How you find that? You're there next to the Saatchi Gallery and everything, huh?
I loved, like I said, and I was fortunate to be on the King's Road.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I mean, like King's Road, bro, it's amazing. You know, like you can be anywhere in the world and you mention that you're on the King's Road and
that's true.
Everyone's like, but like, yeah, I'm on the world's end, but I'm on the King's Road.
That's what I say to people. I say, yeah, I live in Chelsea, but I'm in Battersea. Really and truly. I no.
I like that, though. I like that.
Yeah, but the riverside. There's something about being close to water. I don't know if you feel the same feeling.
Yeah. My dream is to be by the beach.
By the beach?
Yeah, I'd love to end up in Tenerife.
In Tenerife?
I love Tenerife. I'd love to end up there, kind of like on a, you know.
I thought you would be in Colombia.
No, I mean, I love Colombia. It's amazing. But there's something about Tenerife that, I don't know, it's the sea, the people. You get there and you turn on the radio and there's a lot of salsa and merengue, and there's a lot of influence there. There's a lot of Venezuelan, Colombian, Cubans, and it's that's that part of Spain, that one island in Spain where, I don't know, like the Spanish people is different. You know?
They're more relaxed, or just more
relaxed, yeah, obviously. Obviously being Colombian and that, the history of Spanish people, what they did to my people, our people. I guess, you know, like, it's different, you know, and there's certain ways that we get treated in certain parts of the world.
Yeah.
And Tenerife is one of those that we don't get treated like that.
I need to go there again. I've been there once and I loved it, but I haven't.
That's wicked.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Like, I just think I just think that it's modern enough and European enough to like
balance between the two.
Yeah, because like what I said, I love Colombia and stuff, but when I'm there, I miss Europe.
I know what you mean.
I miss the streets. I miss like walking through Soho. I miss Chinese food, bro. Indian food. I miss
the multicultures you get.
Bro, I miss some beans and some fucking, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, gravy
an English breakfast.
throw some gravy on it, man. Like, you know, I love my people. I love Colombia. But, you know, like, when I'm there, I see the streets in New York. I see the streets of Miami. I see the street in my head. I shut my eyes and I see the streets of London. I see the streets of Paris. I see the street. So I know that I'm definitely meant to be just moving and traveling and stuff. And yeah, I guess that's. But I do love Tenerife.
Yeah, I got a question for you.
Cool.
Because I want to see if because I know I personally went through this, and I guess my situation is a bit different. I'm born in Colombia.
Okay.
But I only came when I was 2, so I came to England. So I still pretty much more English orientated.
Yeah.
But when I go to Colombia, I have this awkward culture clash. Maybe it's a language barrier thing because I had to learn Spanish.
Good.
Which is fine. And when I went to Colombia, I just felt like either the way I'm thinking is too English, or I just don't get it sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, way more laid back.
Yeah.
Every weekend there's a bank holiday.
Yeah, I love that though. Even though you're laid back already.
All party and drink too much and stuff. And
Do you sleep
it's
at
the
night?
culture.
as
It's
well?
the culture.
Yeah.
It's the culture of we like to have a good time. We're known for having a great time. We're known for being party animals. We're known for when we go to watch football, our country's the
Oh,
most
my
celebrated.
God,
Why?
yeah.
Because wow, look, like they're all wearing yellow shirts and wow, you know, the women come out and they all party and they'll dance while they're watching the football. We're vibrant people, bro. But when you're kind of like used to over here working hard and not being able to vibe like that every day, it gets to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I spend some time over there working with my fighters, and then I'm in the gym, and then like every now and then I'm like, yo, I need to go and work in England for a bit because
Yeah, I need to.
I need to speak some English. I need to, you know.
It's the city life, isn't it? You feel?
Yeah, I think it might be the metropolitan city life and that, and yeah, that might be it.
I'm trying to understand it.
Yeah, I mean, I
Why not,
get it.
but, yeah.
Clashes of cultures for sure, bro. Like for sure.
Because my plan is I want to live out there.
Okay.
I went there for 3 months.
All right.
And I actually had to go for therapy down there because they were saying you're too intense. Like you basically were like ADHD. Like you were just like, I need to work, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do that. No. 3 months there calmed me the hell down. Like I was like, whoa, I feel like a farmer now. You know,
Nice.
take your time, watch things grow.
Yeah.
And I come back in, it's like, oh, it's coming back up again.
Oh, yeah,
But then I stopped it, and now I can't really actually go back to the intense one because that stresses me out now. Now I'm in a very nice.
Oh, you learn what gets you anxious and what expectation makes you anxious, bro. Expectation makes you think that I want to get this, and if you don't get it, what makes you feel? What does it make you feel like? A letdown.
Yeah.
An arsehole.
Yeah.
I didn't get my goals done. Right? So, I mean, get just short goals, small ones that you know that are reachable.
Small
So
achievements.
you don't think, fuck, I didn't get it, or I didn't, you know, expectation, bro. It fucks a lot of people up.
That's true.
Yeah. You know?
Dang, man.
And me or you ain't no different to anyone else, bro.
That's true. That's very
You
true.
know what I mean, bro? So some of us have a little bit more, like, and I guess it's also to do with, like, you know, when you get there, like, you want everything done, like, but I'm the same, bro. Like, you got that Starbucks served to you in seconds, right? When you're there, they take fucking forever because they're going, ¿cómo está? I mean, and they start chatting in between us, and you're like,
Yo, can I get my coffee?
lady, hurry the fuck up. You know, like, and that's like that everywhere.
It's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're talking to someone that's been living there for the last 2 years, bro. Like, so, you know, and I bounce in and out of it, and it's because of that.
Do you feel like you have to code switch or you just take it as it comes?
Huh?
You feel like you have to code switch sometimes or you just take it as it comes? You know what I mean, right?
I think maybe you do have to, you know, just show. You got like I'm completely different when I get here.
Ah,
You
okay.
know, like, you know.
The hustle
Look,
and
I'm
bustle.
dressed in black all fucking
That is
day.
true. That's the one thing you notice straight away.
Yeah, I'm just out here like gigs and that, like ready for whatever and that, you know, like whereas over there, like
Colourful.
colourful shorts and vest and flip flops and, but what I do bring when I'm there is my professionalism in what I do in my boxing. You know, they're not used to it. They're used to. Okay, profe, I'll see you in the evening for training, and like just once a day. I'm like, you want to be champion of the world, training once a day, bro? Like, nah, you're gonna train like I do, like I train my pros, and I'm up from early in the morning praying, and then straight to pick up my fighter or fighters, and I take them to an aerobics class.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 7 o'clock in the morning, they're doing aerobics with grannies. You know, for their movement, for their side-to-side movement, and you know.
You joined in too, I'm assuming.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm a granddad too, bro. And then
You still
and then
young and
we
hard.
jump on I will jump in the car and they run, and we run up the mountain.
Jeez.
Big long run with me behind them honking and playing salsa and keeping them alive. And then we go to the gym and work another 2 hours on boxing. And then they go home, and then in the evening they'll come back to me and we'll do some more.
Damn.
You know, yeah, so
You whip them into champ shape.
I do whip them into. I get results.
Yeah.
I get results, which is what I do.
You're definitely going to get a champion at some point.
Yeah, God willing, bro.
How long do you think it's going to take? Not like roughly? I'm thinking like
Well,
what
I've already worked with
plan-wise?
world champions, thank God.
Yeah.
Worked with Kaboom Rivas,
Ooh.
which is a Colombian bridgerweight champion, which is practically a heavyweight champion, and I'm very blessed to call him also my brother and help him out with his career over the years. I've been working with him for the last 7 years.
Nice.
He came over here to fight against Dylan White, and we helped him from picking him up in Paris to bringing him over here, making sure his hotel was good, taking him to different gym because they put him in a shitty gym, so we got him out of that one and put him in a nice one. And and he had a great fight against Dylan White and went
I saw that fight. Yeah.
And that's another
That's a
representation
mad
of
fight.
us out here, That's why we did it, That's why we did it. And Jeff was the one that went and picked him up and that, And I'm still working with him. So, but I think one built by me and stuff will take a few years.
I'm actually looking forward to it.
Nothing wrong with that, I'm actually I'm really excited about finding talent here.
How are you finding it here?
Like say someone like yourself,
Yeah.
Raised here. So I don't have to install that mentality of how you're going to be great by training 3 times a day and like being disciplined and stuff like that. If I'm getting from over here, take him out to Colombia, I might with my son.
Ooh, yeah. But that's your son already.
Yeah.
You already found one. You made one.
But there's young fighters in the community. I trained a young kid that fought in the Miguel's not long ago. Sebastian had a great following around him in Brixton. He's a little boxing coach in Brixton. And he had a fight, and there was loads of people that came out. So I'm looking at that like I want to find a talent,
Within the community.
even if it's British born here, but I can take him to Colombia and still make him Colombian champion and national champions and bring them back here with a record that people over here will respect.
It's true.
I'm
saying something else as well. Coming from here, coming back to the homeland, and then coming back again. It's the dream. It's gonna be your son.
Yeah. I
know you're gonna find someone else as well.
Whoever it is, it's a blessing from God.
It's true.
If my son does it, then it was what was written for me, which I think it is because I did see a vision, and I think that's what I'm chasing. But be it who it be, the relationship that I have with my fighters and my people, they're all my sons and they're all my little brothers and they're all my nephews, and I've always had that kind of like big bro, big uncle, big brother, dad influence with people or that have worked with me or been around me and stuff. So I've always been about helping my people. Just believe that what we do for others is the rent that we pay.
It's true.
For our little space in heaven, God willing.
Amen to that.
So I just like to give.
Is there a specific person that you would love to cut? That's probably still here with us.
It would have been Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, I know that.
Mike Tyson ain't got no hair to cut no more. Floyd's transplant, I don't really want to touch it too. No, I would say I've met most of my heroes.
Most
of my heroes. I'll tell you a funny story. I turned up to a press junket for a movie, and I cut Jake Lattimore. Yeah, he's a young kid out in the States. I cut him, and in the movie is Will Smith.
Oh,
and
really?
Will Smith was in the building, and he was in the movie, and my dream was always to cut Will Smith because it's one of the haircuts that I did most when I started. Like back then it was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah,
it was very influential, and Will Smith's assistant walked in while I was cutting Jake Lattimore and saw me cutting hair there, and said, Will Smith wants to know who else you've cut. So I was like, what? And they made me like reel off a list of people. but they wanted to hear like, and I'm like, I'm trying to cut hair, and I'm reeling off a list of people. So like, just I've cut loads of interesting people.
Cut hair,
cool, cut hair, and so I was like, I'm gonna get to cut Will fucking Smith, and she went away, and by the time they come back. Like he had to go to the press check and I couldn't do it. So I was this close to doing it. And then he slapped Chris Rock like that. And I was like...
Oh, it was this close to that?
No, this was a long time ago. But like, obviously, like, but then I see him slap that guy and I was like,
ooh, man,
I don't want to cut your hair no more.
You thought, nah, never mind.
I'd love to have in my chair Ian Wright.
Ian Wright?
Yeah. Not even an Arsenal fan. But I would love to have Ian Wright in my chair. I think he's hilarious. He's another Ian, like me. And but someone else, the same thing. That I grew up watching him score goals and that.
Yeah.
Someone like that, Ian Rush.
Have you met Canelo yet?
Yeah, I have.
I feel like you have. Yes.
Canelo signed my glove. Wicked story. Went to watch him. You know when he fought Amir Khan?
Yeah. Oh, that knockout.
Yeah.
Jesus.
We were at the London Presser. I was invited. Amir Khan's people was everywhere. There was a Pakistan everywhere in the room. Canelo came out, and I've just gone, and he straight away turned around and looked at me, and I went, right, I'm in. And then everyone else just looked over at me like, who's this crazy mother? There's only one Mexican here, and then I'm not even Mexican, but I was just so hyped to see Canelo, and I'd done the whole Mexican the big thing and that, and then as soon as it was all done, like he was like, come here. I got to hang out with him.
No way.
He signed a glove for me, and yeah, bro. Like I said, man, I've been around the greats, and God is great.
See, that was my boxing hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
But damn. So who do you think is going to be, I need to know this, in your personal opinion, when's the next fight? What is it? Is it Tyson Fury versus, who is he going against again?
Tyson Fury will be fighting Alexander Usyk.
How you think?
In February, I think.
February?
Yeah.
Well, that got delayed, didn't it?
R. Adam, yeah. R.
Adam's supposed to be
on the undercard of that.
Yeah.
I think so. I think he will be.
Do you know who he's
No.
fighting it? No.
But he should be.
It's going to be one hell of a fight.
God willing, he'll be on the undercard there. And we'll be in the Kingdom of Saudi. We'll be in, I think it's Riyadh, I think we're going to
Yeah.
And God willing, I'll be there, man.
That's one hell of a place.
I was there for his debut. I was in his corner. I walked out with him. Just living my dream with that. I can't believe how quick God has taken me there, from doing pad work with my son in Battersea Park to doing pad work for rappers like Zoo and cool people and stuff, and to opening up our gyms, and then to being in a stadium with 40,000 people walking out with Adam and holding a spit bucket, bro. Like,
and it was the kid who was cleaning.
And it was the kid that was giving me free coffees in the coffee shop. Like, that didn't really want to let us know who he was. That's how humble the kid is, and that's why God has given him. Well, that's what I said to you. Like,
yeah, God.
It's written. He's going to be world champion.
It's going to be one hell of a fight.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to win between Tyson and
Fury should win.
Fury?
Yeah.
Didn't he have a bit of a rocky last fight? He was a bit rocky.
But he was fighting a giant MMA fighter, bro. Guy's a fucking giant, bro. The guy is huge, and look at what he does to UFC fighters, bro.
That's true.
He pummels them to the ground. So fucking Tyson Fury got away with it, bro. Tyson Fury got lucky that he didn't remember that he can't kick and that. He just did swing at him, or
that's true.
He caught him with that left hook, put him down. But Tyson Fury is one of my favorite fighters. He's amazing. Yeah. I respect him so much for what he did for letting people know about his depression. I'll be honest with you, I've lived with that, and if it weren't for Tyson Fury, I wouldn't have realised what was been going on with me for years, and I wouldn't have read up on it, and I wouldn't have gone to a psychologist and chat to her about it and told her, like, look at me, listen to me, do what you got to do with me and that, and yeah, it helped out a lot, and it's because of him. Because of him. I haven't met him yet, but I know I will.
You will, yeah.
I get to shake his hand, give him a hug, and tell him thank you. That's all I want. I just want to say to him, thank you.
Damn.
Yeah.
Didn't know about it. There's a lot more coming out from you today.
Yeah, why not, bro? These things are about that, right?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you and me, and then, you know, I hope that a lot of young Latin kids watch this, and I hope that a lot of young Latin kids are inspired to go out and chase their dreams.
100%.
Whatever the hell they're doing, don't matter if they're dancing, don't matter what they're doing, as long as they chase that dream. Because if you chase anything else, you're gonna be disappointed.
100%.
Yeah. So chase what you want. Chase what you feel God sent you to do. Yeah. Go for that. Like, everyone thought I was mad when I said I wanted a barbershop in the West End, and it went well. Everyone thought I was mad because I was picking up the pads and boxing, and listen to what I just said. You know, none of it's gonna be easy and roses every day. I wish it was. You know,
100%.
I just hope that every young Latin kid that listens to this sees that it can be done and you can go for it. You know.
That's what I want them to see too, man.
No negotiating with your dreams either. No negotiating with your prayers, or no negotiating with your dreams. Go for it. You only live once.
It's true.
You got one guy at this. Go for it, bro.
Don't waste it. I want to ask you one last thing.
Last.
I did one last thing.
Saying.
No, we're almost done.
Keep saying.
I got 4 minutes.
You got 4 minutes?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But it's a very simple one. It's a very simple one.
You know I don't make it simple.
Nah, but I'm gonna make it simple for you.
Go on,
Because I think it's very important. Because aside from me, I'm doing this show. Obviously, people that influence me, but who in this community? I kind of feel like maybe it'll be good for me to ask you, who would you like to see me interview next? Someone that probably influenced you within this community.
It's an interesting one because, like, I know the outreach that you've got, so I wouldn't want to, like, maybe someone that might have just influenced me, because it might be someone older. But my friend Danny calls himself Danny Legend.
Danny Legend.
Yeah. Or even Jeff.
Oh, I wanted to put Jeff in the show, yeah.
Jeff's worked hard to become who he is. He worked as my manager
I didn't know
for a long while, and managed a lot of what I do and all my day-to-days and stuff. And it was mad because when he started rolling with me, what he wanted to do was become a football agent.
Yeah.
And he was like, but he saw that I was cutting a lot of footballers, you know? And so I said to him, look, what you need to do is pretend that I'm a footballer, get me work like I'm a footballer, get me, you know, use me and pretend I'm a footballer and work, and then let these people, when I turn up to cut their hair, let them see you doing your thing, you know? They're going to be like, what? Do you mean a barber needs a manager, or a barber needs... Yeah, but I do a lot of things. And so if you just show your value there, we'll get you in through the door. And thank God nowadays he works with Davinson Sanchez.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also running around South America picking up talent.
Yeah. He's doing a lot.
Yeah. And I think that's an interesting story, because he's one that has put in a lot of hard work to get where he is. And I think it's good to hear those stories. And Danny's also one that played football, Charlton, played football, a lot of good level football. Because I know that's a lot in the community, in our Colombian community, there's a lot of football as well. So he played good level football, and then had an accident on a motorbike, nearly lost his leg. Went on to coach, went on to agent, and then went on to be the guy that helped Adrian Ramos leave Colombian football to come to Porto back in the day, and done well off it, you know. And then the same thing, went to Colombia, opened up his school of football, practically a whole football team. But this guy takes these teams and flies them to like Norway,
Nice.
the whole team, and has them playing like first division football. And then like a right back gets bought. Do you know what I mean? Like he flies 24, 25, 26, like the whole squad, coaching staff and all of that stuff, and then has them play like four games pre-season. But then one of those clubs will just turn around and say, "Yeah, I'll have that left back," and it makes it all worth it.
Puts them on the map and then
Yeah.
boom, one of our guys.
So I think someone like that, one of those guys would be
fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna definitely reach out. I know Jeff. I'm gonna do my best to get him. He doesn't like being in front of camera.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm gonna convince him.
I know.
I'm gonna convince him eventually.
Eventually.
Champ,
Thank you
so
man.
much for joining, man.
Listen, man, I appreciate the opportunity to come here and tell my story.
I know.
May God bless you and make you influential with what you're doing, you know. And I hope that all the youngsters listen to you and listen to the people that are on here.
100%.
Yeah, because don't ever forget that before you did it, someone else did it. Try and do it better.
Yeah.
But just remember to respect your elders.
Mm.
Look after your mama. You know, you wouldn't be here without her. And just remember what I said about your prayers and your dreams.
Definitely.
Never negotiate with them, bro.
Never negotiate.
Enough love.
Thank you. That's all I need to say. I didn't even want to say anything. I was like, let it be with that message. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Bobby.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Ooh, right there.